Welcome, Nicholas.
Hi.
So, what inspired you to put your name forward as a candidate in this election?
What inspired me? It's weird when inspiration hits sometimes. I was honestly standing on my deck looking over just some empty space in the city, and I said, I'm going to build a university here. This city deserves it. It probably should have been started in the 90s when gas revenues were through the roof. But we're without a university. I don't think we're going to see the growth that we need to really get a healthy city government in place.
So
Get
what,
the taxes lower with the new growth revenue, etc.
so, what experience do you believe will assist you in being an effective elected representative?
Sure. I am a power engineer by trade, so when it comes to energy infrastructure, I like to think I'm your candidate. I also have political experience working with a federal party on some other federal leadership campaigns, just volunteer stuff, right? Nothing that anybody's paid me for. But I did work one-on-one with a former cabinet minister who has now passed away, Sinclair Stevens, and some former members of parliament on federal policy creation on a daily basis for a while.
So, what are some of the important issues that you believe are facing our region?
Well, I think the city's not going to be here in a century if we don't have really forward-thinking stewardship. The entire Great Plains in North America is becoming depopulated as people move towards large metropolises. Going back to the university, everybody here pays their property tax, and 25-30% of that goes to schools. We pay to educate these children who grow up, go to university elsewhere, and they don't come back. That investment is lost to us over and over and over again.
Great. So, how do you believe that your election platform will benefit and improve the lives of our constituents here?
Well, the main thing is the university again. We need skilled laborers in this city to inspire wealth to move into the city, investment to come here. We need data scientists. We need engineers. We need programmers. We need the workforce of the coming century. And the way to ensure that gets here is by building a university so that the grads are here, so that there's always those skilled workers here for investment to capitalize on.
So, what are some specific strategies and policies that you would suggest for the pillars that are found in the Chamber's Vote Prosperity platform?
Mm-hmm.
So, those include innovation and a competitive strategy, infrastructure development, image and branding, workforce development, and business and financial supports.
Well, I guess strategies and policies. We have to find a way to fight sprawl, for one. That's just economics of scale. It makes all our services cost way more than they need to, just because everything is so spread out. Medicine Hat is physically larger than Manhattan. And I understand that spreading out is way cheaper than spreading up, but that's short-term management thinking. That's get the development in, get the revenue in, and then once it has to be serviced by the city, then taxes go up because it's more expensive than building denser properties. And it's not density for the sake of density either. You have to build places that people want to live. So there's a lot of places where we do have denser areas, but they're not very attractive places to live. Like every place looks the same in every direction that you look. You know what I mean? So there's ways that you can make denser housing more appealing to people who their entire lives have wanted that suburban lifestyle. As far as image and branding, I kind of like the sound of Samus City myself. That's just, it's kind of like to make people say, hey, what's that? And then they see it's Medicine Hat, and it's kind of like a disconnect in their brain where it starts them fresh with a new, no previous opinions coming in when they see it. Hey, what's Samus City? And then they follow it up and find out what's going on. For workforce development, it's the university, obviously, right? The college has some very good programs for teachers and nursing, but that will never grow an economy. Those are service jobs that service our community, and it's a very vital, important service. But what we need here is, again, like I said, data scientists, engineers, et cetera, to encourage growth. Business and financial support, and infrastructure development. Well, infrastructure development, like I said, power engineer by background, consultant on the commissioning and starting up of the NWR refinery northwest of Edmonton there. I think when it comes to infrastructure, I'm probably the guy to make sure it gets done properly for one, and cost effectively for another. Business and financial support. I don't think I can address that pillar off the top of my head. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hit them all, but
That's all right. Do you have any additional comments or insights for the voting public that you'd like to share in conclusion?
I didn't expect there to be so many candidates. I wonder if people are going to be encouraged to stay home because it's daunting. Who wants to go through 35 profiles and pick 8 people? But I like to think of myself as a specialist in the field of policy making. All I do in my free time is study. I enjoy it. I love it. Law, economics, history, anthropology is a big one. I've studied a lot of linguistics. And I think that's what I bring to the table, is a real passion for this type of work.
Great. Thank you so much for your time
Thank
today,
you.
Nicholas.
Thank you very much.